There we go. Okay, there, I fixed my screen. Excellent. And hi, we're back after a week's hiatus where I was feeling like shit, and I
Everybody.
didn't, and everybody else was doing other stuff, so I didn't mind the break.
Pretty much everyone was just feeling bad, so
Yeah, I'm still feeling bad, but
oh,
I'm manageable. I have like a huge swollen knee, and not sure why. So
Uh,
lots of pain.
you tore your ACL
A what?
Ugh. Hope he didn't.
or a PCL or an MCL. Maybe you tore one of your CLs, man.
What does all that mean?
uh,
It's
talk,
a
yeah, it's talking about the joints in your legs.
Oh, that's very possible that I might have done that, but
Anterior,
I'm not sure
posterior,
when I
and
would have done it.
medial.
I just
In your sleep.
in my
Oh
sleep.
shit! I accidentally made the page go away.
Oh, you might want to go back into the page. So where we last left off, they died, and we went through all the fights, so we don't need to do any redundancy, even though we got through pretty quickly. If though we talked for like half an hour before we even started doing any of that. We've adjusted the stats to where he would be at the point after the arena fight, and so we're gonna try going down some of these side passages and see what fun there is.
See what goodies await.
Yeah,
See
see
what
how many times you can
wonders.
die.
There's no goodies in this dungeon.
Deathtrap Goody Dungeon.
There's been 3 gold pieces.
Yeah, it was in a box. So we're
We
gonna
should
move
use
you
those
up.
to punch somebody in the face.
All right, I'm just gonna center you on the screen where we are. There we go. Excellent. Um, if there are any skill checks, I will. I basically know what stats they will have for their skill check and for combat, so won't be such a big deal. But this is where you had a chance to go into one of those doors, and I imagine you're kind of curious to go into one of those doors.
I slightly want the door redescribed, but probably just going to run in there anyways.
yeah. Let's go
I
in.
will. I will. I was gonna put up the page anyways. You put your ear to the door, listen intently, but hear nothing. That was the description you got.
I hear nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
I see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing.
I figure you want to go in the door, right?
Yeah.
All right, Colonel Clink.
Oh, let's go.
Sergeant
in the door.
Schultz, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, Clink was over him. Yeah.
You enter
I
a
haven't
room
watched-
which is small and completely empty. As soon as you are inside, the door slams shut behind you. Suddenly, you hear a voice booms out of nowhere, shouting, "Welcome to Deathtrap Dungeon, the ingenious killer labyrinth of my master. Adventurer, I trust you will pay your respects to my master by shouting out his name. Will you shout, 'Hail Succumvit,' or 'Succumvit is a worm'?" Basically, do you want to slander him and call him an asshole, or do you want to suck up? What would Randy do? Would he suck up, or would he just be an asshole?
This is one of them situations where I think kissing ass might be the best thing to do. Because, I mean, it is the guy's dungeon, but then again, he could be one of these
He
Dude's
could
playing
be,
heads games.
but you have to remember, everybody who works the dungeon are pretty much slave labor too. They're not there because they want to be there. They're there because Sukumet says, "Nope, you've seen the dungeon. You can't ever leave."
Succumvit has magical security cameras, and he's watching them people. You know, if they say the
Yes.
wrong thing, he's gonna show up and like taser their nuts or something.
I don't think he's gonna do that because considering he's like an old crotchety guy. I
Oh,
don't think he
okay.
could do that. In fact, I think he'd be pretty easy to take down.
He's got people.
Well, yeah, he's got people. This
And
is
his
true.
people's got people, and his people's got people.
So do you wanna-
Exactly.
so do you
And his
wanna?
people's people have monsters.
Yeah.
So,
Let's give it a shot at telling him he's a douche nozzle.
Okay. I'm just giving you the choice.
You seem like you really want us to say he's a douche, so I'm gonna say he's a douche.
Okay. I was throwing you a bone there, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to kind of point out that, yeah, if you had talked to one of the guys. Actually, no, you already know this. You already, like, freed a guy and talked to him, and he told you. Didn't you, right? In, like, a side passage? Let me take a look.
What to tell
Whoa,
us
hey.
not to trust
Punch.
the truth?
Oh, hey, you got a punch and fuck dwarf button right there. Okay, I see it. Nice.
Um. Okay.
Yeah,
That was my doing.
it's. Let me show
Oh.
you. Why won't it do it?
Why doesn't it work? I don't know. I haven't
It's
got
just
the
for
wiring.
looks.
Yeah, it's
No, no,
just
no. What
it's.
I'm saying is, I'm trying to get it to like zoom. Oh, I know why I won't send her in. There we go. That's where it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was originally just supposed to be punch dwarf, but I accidentally put fuck dwarf, so I decided to do both.
Yeah, I like it. It matches the drapes.
Yeah, it's got the black around the black trim. It matches all the other black lines going
Yeah,
around.
yeah, I like it. It's good. Oh wait, that's right. No, you didn't see that. Oh, never mind. Oh, I thought. Oh, well, spoilers. A guy will literally tell you that they're in slave indentured and nobody really wants to be there. But
Okay.
apparently that's one of the side passages you didn't take. I could have sworn you took it.
Freedom isn't free.
Oh well, whatever. Once again, the mysterious voice calls out, only this time, to your great surprise, in a far less threatening tone. Good, my master likes those who show spirit. Take this gift to help you. It will grant you one wish, but only one wish
Oh.
only. Farewell. A gold ring magically appears out of nowhere and lands at your feet with a gentle tinkle. You pick up tinkle. Huh. Just
I wish.
I know I have a dirty mind, but I think of something else. You pick it
I
up.
wish we beat the dungeon instantly.
Unfortunately, you can't do that. Pick it
Ah,
up, put it on one of your rings. Or
throw
not
that
rings,
ring in
but
the trash.
Yeah. So now you
Well,
have
wait,
a wishing ring.
Well, there's a event up ahead that actually is useful for it.
Yeah, there's a event where you actually use this ring. Should you choose not to take the optional path that you didn't take. So you now have one wishing ring. Excellent. So let's move you up. Boop boop. And let's find that page. How are you doing? How are you doing, Paige? You're doing fine? Okay. The door is a heavy stone door that's closed and has an iron latch. A round handle. And that's kind of the description of it. So, I figure
Wait. What was that again?
it's a heavy stone door that's closed and it has like a
round handle.
a round iron latch like handle.
Yeah, let's go for it. You only live 12
let's
times.
go for it. Yeah, I got a handout for you. It's absolutely yummy, this handout. You will. I hope
Yeah.
you aren't squeamish. I hope you don't have certain phobias.
We're talking spiders, because I'm
No.
okay with spiders.
No, not spiders. Something else.
Tentacles?
No.
There's actually some people who are so bad with spiders that there's a mod for Skyrim
Yeah,
for
I
them.
know.
Yep.
There's a mod for a lot of things where they just remove all.
Well, that-
Ew.
Yeah, maggots.
All it does is turn the spiders into bears. That's all. They still drop from the ceiling, but they're
That's
bears.
silly. But
They're
you
drop
know,
bears.
you-
They're drop bears from Australia. No,
Yeah.
they're the legendary
also,
drop bear.
Reveal the area. Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
that's a sword.
Lifting the latch and pushing the heavy stone door open, you find yourself in a large cavern. The light is dim and murky, but as your eyes begin to adjust, you see that the walls are covered in green algae and running with moisture. The floor is strewn with straw. The atmosphere is warm, damp, and fetid, and a soft humming sound fills the air. You step gingerly through the straw stroll towards a corner of the cavern where there appears to be a shallow pit. Peering warily into the pit, you are disgusted to see a mass of pale, writhing worms, basically maggots. Some as much as half a meter long. Utterly nauseating,
Damn.
you are about to turn away when you notice that their undulating bodies are swarming around a dagger, its point held fast in a crack in the floor pit. The hilt is cased in black leather studded with opals, and the blade is fashioned from a strange reddish-black burnished metal you've never seen before. You long to touch the dagger, but this would mean plunging your hand in among the writhing worms. Do you reach for the dagger, or do you back away in disgust and leave the cavern? That is literally your choices.
Let's grab the dagger. It's just some damn worms. They don't look like they got teeth or anything. And plus, it's got an opal in it.
Gems are like a thing that you know that you need to get
Yeah.
hold of.
Yeah.
And so far, you know you need the emerald eyes.
Yeah, we know we need the emerald.
And you don't have a sapphire, which you're looking for. And you need 3 gems, and you have a unknown gem.
Right.
So are you gonna go grab the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Randy Savage is no pussy. He reaches in there and yanks out that dagger.
Give me that shit.
Taking a deep breath, you lean over the pit and plunge your forearm into the mass of wriggling worms. They're cold and clammy and feel extremely nasty. But at least they're harmless, and you are able to seize the dagger by the hilt. You give it a hard tug, and it comes away from the crack in which the tip was embedded. Admiring its beauty and wonder, beauty, and wondering whether it might have once belonged to some luckless contestant, you put the opal-studded dagger firmly in your belt and leave the cavern in the herd of PS3.
Wasn't me.
Well, it's not me.
My brother and my brother and his friend are playing random couch co-op games on PS3.
Okay. I was just like, oh, who's turning on a PS3?
Somebody's about to get in trouble.
Oh, I'm turning on some porn too.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll be great with your medicine. All right. As you make your way down desperately to discover where it is coming from. Glancing up in the nick of time, you see the huge and grotesque black shape of a giant fly in capital letters emerging from a recess high up in the cavern wall. As it gets closer, you realize that it is at least 1.5 meters long. Its opaque wings vibrate, making the sickening buzzing noise you can hear. And its 6 black hairy legs are poised to grasp your body. Below its multifaceted eyes is a long, shiny black proboscis. Proboscis? I don't know how to...
Yeah, proboscis.
Proboscis is correct. Yeah, you got it.
For biscuits.
Proboscis.
which darts in and out venomously at you. You have stolen the giant fly's treasure from her brood of maggots, and you must take the consequences. Test your luck!
Oh. Well, let's see.
Test your luck. And
Is that a
you would
one-sided
have
dice?
had 11 luck at this point, or something like that. Or was it 10? No, yeah, it's 10, because you did not go up to this statue yet.
Right.
You told us to make it 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I lied.
I lied.
I love that movie.
So yes, it would be roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. I
Okay.
did it. I won.
Alright, you get to detract 1 from your temporary luck pool, and,
We should have took a luck potion.
Yeah.
you don't really use luck that much, though. Unless you're using it for combat.
Well, we got down to about 4 last time, so
Yeah,
Yeah, it was-
but that was because you ate you had terrible luck with the dice roll, and you had to eat a anti-luck pill and all kinds of other bullshit.
Okay.
Um, all right, well, let's just see what happens if you're lucky.
Yes.
And if you're unlucky, it's going to hurt.
Yeah. We're lucky, so it comes down and gives us a smooch and then it flies away.
No, what happens if you're unlucky is that it grabs onto you, flies you up to the ceiling, and drops you. And
Damn.
it hurts. You manage to evade the outstretching legs of the diving giant fly. Stepping back, you draw your sword and prepare to fight the hideous insect as it turns to attack you. And you know what I'm going to do with this insect? I'm going to put it down and find its pog first, of course. I know exactly. Okay, so I'm going to put down fuck fly. Or muscle fly, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it, but it has balls and penis too.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's a lady with balls and penis?
Yeah. No, it's a muscle fly. Yeah, this is my beautiful drawing.
So
I had to
we
recreate the mouse art that I tested this with some other goons a long while back to see if it was even plausible to do it over like a D20 or some sort of system. I believe I used Virtual Dave instead at that point, but the story was a muscle fly and started like on the map itself to start drawing a big fly with a big floppy penis and big muscly arms and shit. And I didn't have that saved anywhere. I thought I had screenshotted that and saved it because it was great, but apparently I didn't. So I had to kind of recreate it. That's the story behind it. But they died like twice to it, which is amazing.
Well, I think my roll should start us off just fine.
Yeah, let me
How
just put
much
the stats. It's
Yeah,
really not
how
that
much,
strong.
How much health does it have?
It has 8. You have to hit it a total of 4 times.
Wow. Oh. Wait. Oh.
And
Abaddon, we only have 11 at this point.
oh well, yeah. There we go. I did my roll.
Mm.
I'm so
Now it's my turn, correct?
yeah.
Sure. Oh.
Yeah, you cut it in half as far as health go.
And then...
But yeah, they kept like rolling 1-1s and 1-2s, and I kept rolling like 6-6s, and it just wouldn't stop. Like the number generator was okay. Fly is now dead. Excellent. So do you want to describe how you wrestle down the fly?
We ripped its wings off one at a time.
Oh, that's cruel.
And beat him with his wings.
Oh
Which doesn't
man.
sound that dangerous, but that's what we did.
Well, when Randy Savage does it,
yeah.
it's pretty
We ripped
menacing.
off his big floppy penis and beat him to
Steroids.
death with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move you ahead over here because, oh yeah, I should have also mentioned the other option you could do was you could
Take a completely different
you could
path.
escape it by running back into the tunnel, but then you'd have to do like a dice check or something like that to not get fucked by the fly. But that's not important. Like you just straight up murdered it.
Yeah.
I did like that they gave you the option to say, nope, fuck, nope. The funny thing is, they never fled from the fly because it was just fucking, like, they were like, yeah, it has weak stats, we can take it. We can totally take it. So they got murdered by it, and at that point it was like, we want that knife. And we want to kill that fly. Now it's personal.
Oh, right. There's a...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an extra room right there. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh well, I lost my page, but page would have told you, yeah, you leave the room, you go up the tunnel path after you kill it. Anyway, moving on. Do you want to go?
Whatever it is.
Yep.
All right. Oh, awesome. Let's go down the optional side tunnel, which surely will have interesting things for us, like every other room.
Mhm.
I mean, you did just fight a muscle fly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't die to it. Come on, it's muscle fly. It's fuck fly.
Um,
What?
we're not incompetent. As a
Well, I don't know that cave troll.
cave troll, yeah.
The cave troll where you were forced to drink your stamina potion, and then you had half of it left. All right. So I've got a handout.
You know how hard it was for me to say that with a straight face?
Yeah. Yeah. Aside from choosing all the wrong paths, you've had pretty decent luck when it came to the dice, except for that one fight. Where is... There we go. I actually have a handout for you, and I will give it to you. Right now. I'm going to show you a picture. Ahead, you hear the sounds of rocks being ground and crushed. The noise grows louder, and suddenly you realize that the wall on your right is starting to collapse. Terrified, you watch as a large, hideous, worm-like creature with a gaping mouth and extraordinarily powerful mandibles slithers through the hole of the wall. Its great jaws continue to crunch the rocks as it continues its head. As it continues to It turns its head slowly from side to side, feeling the cool air in the tunnel, and it appears to be totally blind, but seems to know of your presence, perhaps sensing the heat of your body. It starts to slither towards you with its powerful mandibles wide apart to attack. If you wish to fight the rock grub, you could totally do that, or you could just back off and go back the other way.
Let's fight it. Unless it's impossible and we die.
Let's rock that grub.
Let's eat some
Let's
grubs.
rock that
Grub,
grub's world.
grub.
Let's grub a grub, and a grub, and a grub.
Oh, let's go grubbing. I'm not even trying. Okay, rock grub.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Oh, there's colors.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, there we go. I got one rock grub out. I'm gonna start adding its health. It has 11 stamina. Pretty beefy.
Wait, you said you were giving us a handout?
Did I give you the handout?
I didn't see it.
Oh no! Oh, did I do it wrong? Oh no! Well, let's try seeing. Okay, all players in journal. Okay, show to players.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a grub.
It looks like it's got chicken legs, Faz. Like
Yeah.
turkey legs or something.
Drumsticks, yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Like some type of
grub
drumstick.
No, grub stick.
Yeah.
It's a grub stick.
It's grub stick. Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Bitch,
Okay.
it's all squishy and it's got pussy juice in it.
Yeah. Well, technically it's eyeballs that are up front.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what's
the reason I said it would be all pussy juice.
Excuse me.
No,
It wouldn't be
me.
anything too tasty.
Ugh. So it's got 7 skill and 11 health. It's pretty beefy, but it's not good at fighting. And that means I don't
Okay.
even need to change my macro. Boo-boo.
Okay, who...
Oh yeah, and you can win or you can try to escape after 2 rounds.
I think we're going to win.
Well, you might get really unlucky and have to chug, you know?
We just took it down twice.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Abaddon? Ooh.
Ow.
Oh, you get punched. You get punched, son.
Blah,
When
blah, blah.
he heard us talking about his drumstick eyes.
Has our health been adjusted?
Yes.
Oh, you
Get
know what I
punched,
accidentally forgot to
bitch.
do? I forgot to say, okay, how many times have you hit it so far?
Just
Twice,
once.
right? So
I
that'd
think
be
twice.
9, 8, 7, wasn't it? Because I am bad at math in my head. Alright, gets punched again.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Hey,
So I beat the 20,
it's down to 3 health. And I
and
don't
then
think it's going to, no, just, so, beat a 13. I'm pretty sure you can do that.
steam shovel. Rip off those drumsticks.
BAM!
Oh man, you ripped them drumsticks off. Holy shit. What do you do with the drumsticks once you have it?
Eat them.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna play the rock rub like a drum?
No, we look at it menacingly and start eating his own drumsticks.
Oh, that's pretty brutal. That is pretty gross too, when you think about it.
Drumsticks are delicious. Hey, just pretend like it's a lobster. I'm sure, there's places where they eat
Lobster
grubs.
drumsticks? I've never heard of lobster drumsticks before.
I wish there were lobster drumsticks.
Oh, well, I
I,
guess
I believe that's called the king crab, king snow crab.
I'm pretty sure it just has really big legs though, not drumsticks.
I'm sure grubs are like a delicacy in certain cultures,
I
Oh, not so
believe in
much.
South America and Africa
or
that
it's
they
something
eat
you have to eat to
grubs.
survive in certain cultures.
Yeah, not so much.
I don't remember if it's the Aborigines or if it's tribes in South Africa basically in the desert. I believe they just pretty much tear open termite nests and eat like queen termites because they're big,
Yeah.
fat, and juicy, and supposedly they believe that they increase fertility if you eat them.
They make your penis larger.
No, it's for female. It's for women.
Make their penises larger.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Women
in
don't
hopes
have
that they'll have more
penises?
children. Yes, I don't know what women you've been with.
None, obviously. No.
That or China. That the poor wrestler China.
She has a penis.
Almost.
Oh,
I bet her vagina has a fist coming out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what are our options after defeating this thing?
I was just waiting for Abaddon to get back, but now that he's
I'm
back,
back.
I will read to
We're
you.
gonna have a tasty grub meal. We're gonna grub on that grub.
Let's see. You step round the great bulk of the dead rock grub and peer into the darkness of its borehole. You can only see a few meters, but it's pretty boring. But you are able to make out that it's inclined slightly and is wet from the stretched slime of the rock grub.
That's
You
sure
can
is a dirty borehole.
explore the hole that it dug, or you can keep going west.
I say we get all up in this borehole.
Yeah, let's explore his hole.
Okay, let's see.
Reminds me of Miss Elizabeth, brother.
Oh, I feel bad for you guys now. Why would you go up in? Okay, let's see. Why would you go up into that hole? It's not like it was just waiting in a room. It's just a wild monster that's digging around in the ground.
You
Who knows
punished
what
us
it-
for not going places. So
Yes,
now we're
yes,
gonna go all
but
places.
but
It might have uncovered something. Like it could have dug
well,
up
the
some
thing is,
germs.
it's described as pretty much it's something it dug out of, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you this one as a freebie. I'm not gonna count this as a life. This one's a freebie.
Oh, has it got babies that are gonna eat us alive?
Well, where there's one, there's more. Okay,
Ew.
tapping the side of the borehole with your sword, you tread your way blindly through the sticky slime. You follow its twisting and turning course for what seems an age and begin to wonder where it might lead. Suddenly you hear a slithering sound up ahead. You freeze with fear, your eyes desperately trying to pierce the pitch-black darkness. Before you realize what's happening, you are gripped around the neck by the powerful mandibles of another rock grub. It is the mate of the rock grub you killed and has been attracted by the smell of blood on your sword. It squeezes harder until your neck snaps like a twig. Your adventure ends here. It's like, I'm going to give you that one as a freebie one, just because I don't want to have us go through all this shit again.
Because you feel guilty.
Yes, I
Yes,
feel
you
very
should.
guilty.
Because it sounds like you could have uncovered some gems. I don't know. It
No.
made sense.
Like, this isn't part of the dungeon. That's the problem. That's kind of like where you're supposed to go.
Oh, yeah, I can see what your angle is. I get it.
It's not part of the dungeon. It's a wild animal that dug its way into the dungeon, basically.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I get you. It makes sense now.
Oh, now I gotta... One moment while I move Randy. I need to
The logic sound, I just didn't expect it to be that.
No, it's like... Yeah, it's a wild animal. It's like if a bear wandered into a cave...
Yeah.
Wander into a bear full... Like, oh, I killed a bear outside of a cave. I wonder if I go into the cave if there will be treasure. Well, no, there's probably just going to be more bears. That's all.
Who knows? Maybe that bear had some treasure. Who knows? He was
Yes, it
hoarding
had
shit.
treasure up its ass.
Just toss. You're just tossing Randy all over the place.
Well, you know, he had it coming. Don't lie.
He was abusive
Well,
towards
he's been
women.
abusive to all the monsters this time around. He has slaughtered everything with barely being
Monsters
touched.
don't have rights, man. They're monsters.
Well, that's
Kind of
not very
monster
nice.
lore.
Yeah.
They're monsters. What is the
Well,
definition of a monster?
Sometimes they have feelings too.
Well, then that would make them not very monster-like.
Let's see. After a long walk down the tunnel, you come to a dead end. A large mirror reaching from the ceiling to the floor hangs on the end of the wall, and in the dim light you can just about make out your own reflection. If you wish to take a closer look at the mirror, you could do that, or if you would rather make the long walk back and go back the other way.
Well, we came this far to look at a fucking mirror. Let's look at the fucking mirror.
Yeah, I really doubt that we're going to have two mirror witches or whatever that thing is.
No, this is actually worse.
It's a mirror match, isn't it?
No, this is the hall of
I
fuck you.
applaud your choice.
You step
of words
up to the
there.
mirror and are amused by your distorted reflection. Your head looks as large as a pumpkin,
We're
and your
just- we're
face
dead.
exceedingly strange. Suddenly, without warning, a terrible pain pounds through your head, and you try to look away from the mirror. But you are unable to. Some evil force is keeping your eyes glued to your own reflection. You grip your head with your hands and realize with horror that it's expanding. You can withstand it no longer, and blacking out with pain, you fall unconscious to the floor, never to wake.
What
Basically,
the
your head
fuck,
blew.
man?
I'm gonna give you this one as a freebie as well, if you want.
Yeah.
This is like, well, I was like, look, I revealed the area to you. There's kind of a hint. There's no way to go here. It's a mirror, and this is like the Hall of Death.
And then you are laughing at us for not exploring stuff.
Oh well, yeah, definitely. But for the like, that is the one part of the map where it's like the Hall of Death, where it's like, yeah, we're gonna kill if the monster doesn't kill you, the two tunnels are gonna kill you, and they give you several options. Like, you can go back. Seriously, no, you can go
I
back.
wish that gravity reversed and the dungeon was launched into the sun.
Yeah. But like every time, like you meet the rock grub, and they're like, you can kill it, or you can just go back. It's kind of slow. You can totally go back. Okay, you can go down the tunnel. You can keep going west.
We gotta be careful, guys. We gotta realize these subtle hints. Oh, damn! I said subtle. Jesus Christ! Subtle hints.
Like they kept asking you, do you want to go back? No. Do you want to go back? Okay, you kill you can run away from the rock grub, totally like. Oh, I also forgot. Do you want to do anything in the glowy face room? Do you actually want to go through it or go around it?
So, how many lives do we actually have?
I'm giving you freebies because I don't want you to go like, oh well, now we have to do all the fights again, or basically in this case, we would just say that that section of the dungeon never happened, or we would have to go through Musclefly and Hail Succumvid again, which is completely. So we'd just essentially be skipping that one corner of the world anyways, no matter what. I don't know. That
Might
sounds.
as well.
So do you want to go through the glowy faces?
Might as well explore this book since it won last time.
It defeated you.
Yeah, we got so far, and
Okay.
we're just...
Actually, this is what you should have done from the very beginning. You should have gone through the glowy faces.
Yeah, because we skipped last time. We definitely got to do this time.
Yeah. I just remembered the glowy faces. So, what happens with the glowy faces? As soon as your head goes under the blue light, you hear the sound of muffled voices. The faces are no longer laughing, but have changed their expression to one of despair and anguish. A young girl's sad face hovers in front of you, and she begins to whisper a poem. Transfixed, you listen intently, believing that she has a special message for you. She recites, "When corridors doth meet water, do not make a quick retreat. Take a breath and jump deep in if your trial you hope to win." Memorizing the spirit girl's poem, you step through the shaft of light and quickly head north. That was where that was where you're supposed to get the meet Ghost Girl and get the poem.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I was going. Yeah, they can't make it no matter what. At that point. All right.
Do I hear like a dot matrix printer in the background?
I've mentioned that like before.
Oh,
I totally heard
dot-
it too.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before. Yeah.
Is it this noise? Wait. Is it this noise?
Yeah.
No.
Kind of. Well, no. Okay.
No.
That's my chair. If it is that noise,
Mm-mm.
because I never heard
That's-
any like printer noises.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with static in the line or something like. Well,
Possibly.
the equivalent of static in the line.
I'm
or
not hearing
something
any
like
static
that.
though.
Well,
Oh,
it's
well.
like in the background. It's just kind of very faint in the background. You hear
It is possibly my chair then that you're hearing.
It might also be my chair. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Somebody's chair, possibly.
I tried to oil the chair, but apparently it didn't stick well.
That's fine. I used to have a really creaky chair. It was real
Yeah.
old.
So you had a path you could go up from there, or you could go down the skeleton path and through the goblins and all that. Your choice if you want to go up north.
Randy was going north before, and they did pretty good for us. For the most part. But maybe we need to go north again.
Like, remember that the Manticore poem is clearly something that's awesome to have.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Yeah, that's
if
true.
you also look at the map, you could probably guess it probably doesn't go anywhere. There's
Most
like no
likely.
connecting things, so to speak. Well, I guess
Well-
there's one area where it could potentially connect.
If you're following a grid, yes, it is theoretically possible where
Yeah.
you have a room here, and then you have a room here,
Yeah, it goes like...
and then you go over this way, and then...
I was just thinking like straight up.
Right. Yeah, I already... Yeah.
Your choice. I will say that this one is not instant death.
What was the description on the door?
The door was the one where there's a big X scratched on it, but that was the one that led in towards the skeleton.
Oh.
So it's nothing special. That was just like if you wanted to ignore the door and keep going down the tunnel, where you finally decided, you know what, I'm going to go into a door finally, because there's an X on it. X marks the spot.
I guess just continue down the tunnel, see what there is to see.
Yeah. Alright. And just to mention, they jumped over the pit this time before they got to this part, and nothing really happened. They didn't fall down. And they didn't want to try the rope because rope's probably a trap. Or if there's something else
It's a tarp.
that'll happen.
Oh, we have a high enough skill. Why bother with it?
Yeah, exactly. I will point out that somebody cut the rope partially. Somebody was being an asshole and partially cut the rope. So you would fall down and get hurt. Somebody's like, now that I'm across, I'm just gonna cut the rope up here a little bit and fuck the other contestants. Sure. And I know exactly who did it. Which one of the contestants did it.
The ninja.
Oh, wow, good guess. The guy who's an assassin. And you haven't met him yet either. You haven't found his body, and you haven't met him. So he's way ahead. Plus, he did go in before you. Like, I believe you were like the second last person to go in or something like that.
Yeah, there was one barbarian behind us.
Yeah. Alright. The passageway slowly starts to climb, leading you relentlessly northward. You do not come across a single junction. There are no doorways or even an alcove to investigate, and you become less guarded as you plod on. After a while, you become so nonchalant that you fail to notice a tripwire stretched low across the passage. It is only when your foot catches it you hear a distant rumble that you realize your mistake.
Snap.
The rumbling sound swells to an almost deafening level. Suddenly, out of the gloom of the tunnel ahead, you see a massive boulder rolling towards you, gathering speed with every second. Dropping your shield, you lose 1 point of skill. Turn and flee.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And I don't see any way of getting a shield back.
I see a way of getting a shield back. And then basically you get to do a skill check. I will say there is a shield. If you go the right path, you will find or get a chance to get a shield.
Yeah, we stay skillful.
But, with all those, like, skill charms and stuff, at the very least, it won't affect your rolls.
Not by much.
But it means for the Manticore, if you don't find that extra shield, you're going to have to see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll hurt, I won't lie.
So make this show up and,
Though, if you do what I think you're going to do, which I hope you're going to do, just for the sake of the viewers or anybody watching this in the future, hopefully you will do it, and then you will find a shield by proxy. Yeah, exactly. Your fear gives you a new surge of energy, and somehow your tired legs manage to keep you in front of the boulder ahead. On your right, you see the welcome sight of a doorway. You lunge at the door, and mercifully it flies open. The boulder thunders past you, and you are left exhausted on the floor of a large room. And then that's where you'd be in the skeleton room.
Ah.
And this is just like a big dead-end fuck you boulder. You could say it was a boulder dash. In more ways than one. So, do you want to go up the optional path? From how the map goes, it leads up to the part where you get like the talisman or the necklace that gave you +1 skill and stamina. But
Yeah.
optionally, there is also topazes, but you don't know if you need the topazes. You need emeralds, you need a sapphire, and then you need 1 unknown gem.
Right.
Shield go bye-bye. It's pretty good. Oh, and you need to adjust your skill.
Yeah. Well, we will. Um,
So you want to go up north? Follow the instincts.
we could.
I mean, it's entirely up to you if you wanna skip this.
Because we know how to get to Topaz.
Yeah,
we,
exactly. You know how to get the top. You know what's in that side passage. So, in theory, we could just honestly, if we got to the end and you basically got the, let's just say, you got the sapphire, and you were just missing the topaz. You would essentially just be doing everything over again just to get the topaz. Only take that thing, and you'd have the ring.
Yeah.
You'd avoid that encounter, and you'd basically just be doing everything over again. So I'll
Yeah,
be
let's-
nice and say we don't have to redo it to get the topaz, because that'd just be dumb.
Okay, let's go north.
Okay.
Unless anyone else wants to argue for just teleporting up there.
Yeah.
I'm in no state to make these tough decisions.
You are hopped up on cough medicine.
I'm just listening for hints.
Abaddon,
Yes.
do you want to just teleport up north and by basically skipping all this stuff, or do you want to actually go through the rooms?
Yeah, the one that you
Let's-
haven't explored.
Uh,
I would say exploration is probably your best bet here.
yeah. Let's explore.
Because,
the,
like I said,
room.
if
a few of them anyway, I guess.
like the topaz at the very least, like okay, you I'm not gonna make you redo the. I'm not gonna let everybody listen to you redo the entire book just to get the topaz. I'm not gonna let you guys do it because, again, we'd just be doing the same thing over and over again. It'd be like, oh, loading a save, doing all the fights over again, only to be fucked over at the final boss, and then doing this 10 times over. That sort of monotony.
Yeah.
It'd be Sierra level of
Yeah. Alright, well, let me find my page.
You forgot to grab a brick from the second screen of the adventure.
I hated the Minotaur dungeon. Oh. But I still like those old Sierra games. I will admit, I like them.
Yes.
They're part of my childhood, and they have a special place. But fuck some of those choices sometimes. They're like, did you remember to get that thing in the very beginning of the game that you're going to need halfway through? No? Go play the game from the very beginning.
Yes. Did you remember to put the cat out before you left?
Yeah.
No.
That's why with those games you always had to be anal retentive and just make a million saves everywhere and never erase the old saves.
Mhm.
Just okay, so let's go north. I found the page. Okay, I was just double checking. It is apparently the same page that it says on my screen. Just want to make sure that there wasn't something I missed. Awesome. You get more map than you can handle.
I'm just.
All right.
Okay, we were at. Hold on. We had a luck check with the fly, but that was going from 10. Then we got Statue Man, which got us back up to 10.
And now
Okay.
you have like, I guess essentially, you still have technically 11 skill because you lost your
Okay.
shield, but you got +1 from the thing there.
We got to get a shield, man.
Yeah.
There's a chance you can find a shield. So okay, the door opens
Chances.
into another tunnel which rises gently into the distance. I should also point out this is after they killed the goblins. And then they got the choice to look in the cupboards, and there they got like a mallet and 10 iron spikes. And then they could open 2 doors that went west or north. So they chose the north one to go this way. After walking uphill for a while, the tunnel levels out, and you soon arrive at a door on your right hand wall, to which is a withered hand is nailed. If you can open the door where there's like a withered hand nailed onto it, or you can keep going north.
Let's open the door with our shield raised. Oh.
Oh.
Can't do that. That's not an option.
Dost thou dare openest the door?
So the hand is not on the door. The handle is it?
Somebody just nailed somebody's hand onto a door, basically.
Okay, so it's just stuck on the. Okay.
Yeah, somebody just
Huh.
just cut somebody's hand off, nailed it there, and it's probably been there for a while since it's withered.
Let's go into the room of high fives.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go into the room. High five.
You
I
put it.
have a
I was gonna
handout.
say no, but you put it that way, and I'm all about it.
You know what? I have a handout, and handouts are all about not dying. Isn't that correct? You have never died to an actual handout before.
Um,
Not that I recall.
Well, whenever you've gotten the handout, you've never just straight up died.
well, we almost died to that troll.
Well, that wasn't a handout, though.
That wasn't an insta kill.
Okay.
There was no handout with the troll, though.
Oh, okay.
And plus, like you said, this not there was no insta kill involved there either.
Sure.
There we go. That's the one I'm looking for.
Are we gonna see a boulder rolling right at us and have to
Yes,
make a
you're
luck
gonna see a
roll?
boulder rolling.
Ew.
You enter a room in which a man is in tattered clothing, and is standing chained to the wall by his left arm. You see that his right hand is missing, and realize that his must be the hand nailed to the door. Pleading for mercy, he cowers back from you as far as his chains will allow. You can cut him free from his chains, or you can just leave.
Let's cut dude free. He seems harmless.
He did lose a hand.
Yeah.
So what you want us? So what you're saying? We should give him a hand?
Oh!
I'll be here all week.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh damn.
Jolly good show.
That
sir.
was bad. So you wanna cut his chain, give him a hand?
Sure. I'm okay with that.
Man, you gotta be really strong to have a really good sword to cut a metal chain.
Sort of.
Or it's just a really shitty chain, in which case... Well, I don't know, he's looking pretty feeble, so probably could yank himself free. Alright, so we're cutting him free?
Yep.
Yeah, one yes, one joke yes, and one
Yeah, I think we should.
cough syrup. So
Yeah! Everything sounds great with cough syrup. Alright, we're cutting him free. Alright, he turns out to be a vampire and he sucks all your blood out. Fuck you! No. If he was a
I would
vampire...
have totally believed you.
No, if he was actually a vampire, he probably would have his hand again, considering, like, you can't do that to a vampire without them getting their hand back. And plus, he could probably yank himself free from the chain. Alright, you step up to the frightened man and cleave the chain with your sword. He drops to his knees, bows, thanking you over and over again. He tells you that 4 years ago he entered the Trial of Champions but failed. He fell down a pit and had to be rescued by a trail master, one of Baron Sukovic's dungeon administrators. He was offered a choice between death or servitude in the Deathtrap Dungeon as the trail master's minion. Choosing the latter, he worked like a slave until he could stand it no longer and tried to escape. At last he was unsuccessful and was captured by the trail master's wandering orc guards. To teach him a lesson, they cut off his hand and condemned him to a year's imprisonment in this cell. You ask him whether he has any information that might be of use to you. He scratches his head. Well, I haven't exactly done very well in here myself, he says, but I do know that you need to collect gems and precious stones if you hope to get out. I don't know why, but There it is. Without another word, the ragged prisoner dashes out of the room, turning left into the prison. Not prison, but into the tunnels. You decide to keep heading north and turn right into the tunnel. So basically, he goes where you just came from.
Okay.
So that's where you would have learned, like, hey, yeah, you need gems, in case you didn't already know.
Yeah.
Oh, we were just grabbing the stuff because it was shiny.
Yeah. Yeah, the basic thing, ooh, that looks valuable. Oh, yeah, I need to stuff as much stuff as I can find in my inventory. I might need it.
I always had trouble with
Hoarding syndrome.
no, well, Fallout New Vegas, that vault.
Oh, well, anywhere in, like, Fallout, for me, it's like, I'm just gonna go in the starting area. Oh, there's burnt books, and there's bricks and burnt books, and let me just fill my inventory full of this shit, because I could probably
And
sell
vacuums
it.
and
Anything you can scrape in your inventory. Then you go back to, like, the one merchant who's standing right outside the first town, and then you dump it into his inventory, and then you go straight back to the first house right outside the starting vault, and then you just keep scraping stuff for like half a day, and then you're like, I have all this I feel like I've wasted my time, but fuck it, I've been listening to the radio and scraping shit from old ruined buildings, and now I've got money to buy myself a handgun. Fuck yeah!
yeah, I never did stuff like that.
I did stuff like that because I can't not do it.
Well, I started out doing stuff like that, and then I created a value to weight ratio that if it didn't meet that,
Yeah.
I wasn't grabbing it.
Well, I eventually do that with games, but always in the very beginning when I get like an open world game like that, I just grab everything. I don't care if it's like worth one piece of gold or whatever. It's like I want it because it's there.
I always did that in Fallout, and I'd have fucking stuffing my shit in a trash can out of whatever little dungeon I was exploring
Yeah.
in Fallout 3.
Also, hi, Awology, or however you pronounce that. I am bad at pronouncing stuff. Somebody posted in the stream chat. I completely agree that old games were, when there were FAQs, were like that.
Well, they had to do something to get you to call those hotlines.
Yeah, that's where they made half their money, getting you to call the hotlines and going, I'm stuck. Well, okay, which part are you stuck with? And let's drag this out as long as possible. It's $5 a minute.
Oh, you got ripped off. It was only
It was like
$1. It was only $1.99 where I was.
No, I just made like an example, like pay $5 a minute. Okay, let's drag this out. What do you have problems with? How's the wife and children?
It was like $2.50 where I lived, but it was like back in the late '80s.
If you were in Europe, you'd pay even more because a lot of
course
games came from the U.S. and you had to crawl across seas if you wanted to call those.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's why there was a lot of gaming magazines here in Europe that you just go pick up instead. Like, there was like, at least during the age of Amigas and Commodores, there was like 200 to 300 page gaming magazines that came out every month about various games, cheat codes, and how to get through them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was like the gaming magazines that we had here in like Europe, or at least around where I lived, and they're amazing to have.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some neat shit in those for sure.
Oh yeah. And the funny part is, the cheat codes were like, they're pretty much just, they weren't actually, well, they were there to make money, so people call the hotline and ask for cheat codes, but they were also there as like developer
Dev
codes
tools.
when they have to test shit that they just didn't remove.
Yep.
Nowadays
That's what
they
I figured
remove
a lot
them.
of them are. Yep.
Nowadays they remove them just because the games are already easy enough that you don't eat them.
Oh, that's most of it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Unless you really just want to break the game.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? There is an open pipe on the right-hand wall, about 1 meter in diameter. It is too dark to see far down it. You shout into it and hear your voice echoing down the iron pipe until the sound fades away.
Echo.
You can either crawl down the pipe or you can keep going north.
Crawling down a pipe.
Yeah, it's like a big metal pipe thing.
Randy doesn't crawl.
Well, he could slither down the pipe. He could worm his way down the pipe.
Okay, I'm just curious why someone was making horse noises.
I'm not
I was
sure
trying
why
to do. I was trying to do dolphin because he said echo, even though he's talking about reflective echo. I was thinking about the damn
you're
dolphin.
thinking Echo the dolphin. Okay.
Bingo, bango. Yes, my logic was sound, even though.
Think about it, sir.
What now?
It's a terrible thing to think about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't know why dolphins came to mind.
I won't say that because I never played that game. As far as I
It
know.
wasn't- It's okay. I'd never really cared for it though. The first one's decent anyway. I don't know about the second one. I've heard iffy things about the
I've
second
heard
one.
like the first Echo the dolphin was pretty good, and then like from that point forward, it kind of goes downhill.
Yep.
They made quite a few sequels, I believe, and for each sequel they
Well,
kind of got
only
worse.
2. Well, 3.
I think there was like an unofficial sequel where it wasn't like Echo the Dolphin 3, but they called it something else. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Was that
a-
the one where it was the Jaws game?
Pretty much. It was in 3D, and they used a similar engine for Jaws. But yeah. Speaking of cheat codes, I actually owned Echo 1, and I used the invincibility cheat code. And it actually breaks the final boss to the point where the game locks up.
Oh no!
Well, it doesn't lock up. It's just Echo gets eaten for indefinitely.
Oh, yeah, I can see that being a problem.
I guess
Yeah.
it's supposed to suck in and just like chew you to death.
Well, it spits you to a
Like once you
auto-scrolling
lose so
level.
much health, it probably spits you out.
No, if it eats you, it shoots you to the previous level, which is an auto-scrolling maze.
Oh,
Oh, I've seen that level.
Yeah.
And it's the one with like floating water and shit like that, pretty much.
I don't recall what it was. It's been too many years. But yeah. Back to this game.
yeah. So back to this game. Do you want to go into the pipe or and explore, or do you want to go? Do you want to go north? I mean, you did come here to explore.
Yeah, let's go down the pipe. Let's go in the
I
pipe
have
because I
been
can see.
pretty merciful when it comes to these deaths.
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
with the fuck room, honestly I was as merciful because that's bullshit.
That was hilarious.
That there's like, yeah, you can either die, you can die, and the book keeps saying you can go back. No, seriously, you can go back. It tells you like 4 times, like you can go back, or you can go
Yeah.
back. You can run away from the fight and go back. You can not fight it and go back.
Subtle hints, man.
So, are we gonna go down the pipe?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
I'm gonna
We
do a half
vanished-
pipe in the pipe.
We vanished into the black, apparently, so let's,
Yeah, let's go into that big old metal pipe. So, the pipe is wet and slimy. You fall down in the pipe and die. Even though you're kind of crawling through it, so it's kind of hard to fall down in a pipe. Okay. But you crawl into the dank darkness, slithering and sliding as you go. See, I told you to be slithering. Suddenly, your hand touches something hard and square, which feels as if it is made of wood. It rattles as you shake it, and you decide you must be holding a box. If you wish to crawl back on the pipe and examine what your find is, or you can, if you can just press down further down the pipe and take the box with you and examine it later. I would look at the box.
Yeah.
The box
Let's look at the box.
box is exciting. Do you want to see the mystery box?
Yeah, let's go see the box. I'd prefer that honestly, because just looking at the fact that the map doesn't show anything else after that area. I'm guessing if we keep going down that pipe, it's gonna go straight down and like
Subtle
drop
hints
us into
from
the
Wet
sewer.
Hamster.
Yes.
I think you should go check the box. Like, if this had been like your first time around going up this way, I would have been.
You'd be
I wouldn't have said anything. I
A
wouldn't have.
little more cavalier about it, yeah.
I wouldn't have even revealed that. I would have been boop boop doo doo doo. Yeah, you can take it with you, or you can. And basically, the subtle hint there is you're like, I could take it and keep going, or I could take it out where I know it's safe and open it up and take a look.
I figured there was a reason you weren't showing the area anyway when we went into it. I was like, well, if you
Or it
know
could have
it's
been
a
I was
dead
just
end,
busy reading.
it seemed like convenient reveal of it.
Anyway, removing the box lid, by the light of the tunnel, you find an iron key and a large gem. It is a sapphire. Add +1
Woohoo.
luck. Placing the item carefully in your backpack, you set up off north again. So, that's where the sapphire is. The topaz is not a right gem.
Okay.
Since you can't get the topaz anyways.
Yeah, we can't get both at the same time.
Exactly. So the topaz is not the right one. Besides, you got 2 topazes there. I guess that is kind of a hint in itself, too. You're supposed to have one of each different kinds instead of 2. But maybe, like, if they wrote that in the book, it wouldn't have mattered. I don't know. Or they would have done something like, okay, you got 2 topazes. Do you want to choose the left one or the right topaz? One of them's the wrong one.
Yeah, I don't actually know how to spell sapphire.
Yeah, so now you don't know how to spell sapphire. One moment.
I've already added Sapphire to checkpoint
okay.
1 version, and I'm working on adding it to Randy version.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's see.
Wow,
here.
I was not even close.
Yeah, see, I know how to write gem names just because I used to have a hobby where I was, like, all crazy about gems and, like, learning about geology and shit. So when I play stuff like Dwarf Fortress, I'm like, yeah, Toadie's got this right. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy Toadie being a geologist freak.
Or I think.
Alright, there's a new branch in the tunnel on your left, and ahead you see 2 bodies lying on the floor. You stop and peer down the new tunnel, but seeing no doors or creatures, you decide to walk against walking down it. With your sword drawn, you walk over to where the bodies lie, and this is where you found the dead orcs, where you got the necklace, the awesome necklace. And you added the luck, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, now that we're here, this is where we've been. And so we keep going north after you got the necklace. And this is where you meet Throm. Throm is a cool dude, and he's like, yo, want to be my bro? And then you say yes. And then you go over to here. And you have the option of lowering yourself down, letting him lower you down, or you lowering him down. In which case it wouldn't have mattered. You just get different flavor text. One where he's like, I don't trust you, or one where you go, I don't trust. Okay, he's all right. He didn't fuck me over. He didn't lie. And then there was the third option to lower him down and say,
And then jump across.
Yeah. No, it wasn't actually lowering him across. Just basically saying, just jumping across. Saying, nope, let's not go that way, let's jump across. In which bad things would happen.
Yeah, and so we now open both books.
Yeah. So, I'm going to point out what will happen. Throm will fall to his death because he does not jump over properly. And that is providing you manage to do the skill check. I believe there's a skill check involved. He falls to his death. You keep going down the tunnel, and you find an illusionary room where you're like, oh man, that's pretty. It's outside. Why is it outside? and the illusion goes away, and you're basically in. Basically, the way behind you shuts, and there's just dead skeletons everywhere. Pretty much, lots of people have gone in there, starved to death, and never been able to get out. That's kind of like the gist of it.
But at least there's a shield there.
Nope. Well, I guess technically there would be. But it'd probably be old and rotting.
Here's that shield, man.
Huh. I don't think that's where you get your shield. Alright, so you didn't open the Black Book before, but you know that this time, from experience, the Black Book is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Just because the book asks you, did you drink the thing in the Black Book? Yes, no.
Yeah.
So, the book's pages are sealed together, but a small hole has been cut out in the middle of them, just large enough to hold a small corked bottle containing a clear liquid. You show it to Throm, who holds up his hand, indicating that he does not want you to come anywhere near him with it. His distrust of things unknown is strongly evident. You can either drink the liquid, you can rub it into your wounds, or you can open the red book or leave the bottle and go north. But you know that you have to drink the bottle.
Yeah.
I will say that if you rubbed it into your wounds, nothing will happen, and you would have just wasted it.
So let's chug that shit.
Yeah, chug, chug, chug. Well, you know, he's got to have something to slide down those,
Slim Jims with.
Yeah.
So, the liquid is a magical potion which will enable you to detect hidden traps. Add +2 luck,
Wow.
if you have not done so already. If you have not done so already, you may open the red book. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't really need the luck potion if you're not using luck for combat.
Our luck is low, though. You had to do a lot of luck checks.
Yeah, I know. But you might be losing 4 points of luck right up here. And this is the point where you got the stamina ring. And I'm just going to place you here, because that's when the dwarf shows up, and he's going to be like, hey, do some checks and try your luck and shit. So we're actually going to go through that.
Okay.
Just because I want to see if you get the wrong pill.
Okay, so the first thing was...
The first thing was, I have to find the page. 60? It must be 60. I was just making sure if it skipped somewhere or not. Oh,
yeah,
there
we're
you
not
go.
going to... Yeah, first off, we're not going to charge at him with Throm, and...
Yeah, this time don't charge with Throm. Let's see. Flavor text for not just straight up charging and trying to kill a dwarf first time around. Oh, wait, that's not the right... I paged it to the wrong one. Never mind, you don't want to do that one. That's the same thing where you charge up and get hurt. I don't think you want to do that.
No.
Alright. You tell Throm that there's no point in killing the dwarf, as you will never find your way out of the chamber alone. You argue that an opportunity of tricking the dwarf might arise later, once you have found the exit from the chamber, so you intend to go through with the dwarf's test. You tell the dwarf that you are ready, and he beckons you to follow him, telling Throm to wait for his return. A secret door opens in the chamber, and, go to the small circular room, and you basically have to roll dice. You have to roll 2 6-sided, and basically, the thing is, he tells you to roll 2 6-sided dice. You roll 2 6-sided dice. You get an 8. Then what you have to do is, okay, do I guess high or low or the same? So, do you want to guess that you roll higher than the 8, lower than the 8, or the same that, like if you roll 8, I believe it was.
Yeah, because same is the least likely thing to happen. Yeah, I worked it out last time that higher than
this is a roll of pure like chance.
Yeah,
Like you
I
could be
know.
fucked over by your own roll, but
I
you want to
know.
go for what has the largest chance of happening.
The largest chance is always
Is
gonna
lower.
Is lower.
The largest chance is always going to be lower than 8.
Yeah.
Because it's
It's
larger than
7 to 1 if it's lower. It's 8 if it's on
7
the
to
same,
2.
and then it's 9 to 12 if it's higher.
Yeah, and if I'm doing my math right, it ends up
You'll want to choose lower for the highest chance, but it's still just a chance. So, who wants to roll this one? I vote Steam Shovel. Steam Shovel with his medicine luck. His medicinal luck.
Two-sided, right? God damn it.
Oh, wow.
2 6 side. Wow.
That's not a good number. It really is a
Yeah.
good number. Oh, wow, you too.
I might as well throw in my dice. Wow.
Wow! 1199. So, I think the book is unanimous in what it wants. Alright, so if you want to guess that it's total or less, then we go to one where it's like total or less. And then roll 2 dice. Actually, I'm kind of curious, like, what would have happened if you did it correctly? I can't remember. Just wondering if there's, like, some special thing to it.
Yeah, we had a 58% chance of doing it right, and
Nothing
all
happens.
3 of us messed up.
So basically, nothing happens if you are lucky. You're just like, oh, good, let's move on to the next thing. Alright, Dwarf says not very good. You can either take the blue or the red pill, which is the S or the L pill. Then
Yeah, getting rid of the luck again.
yeah, go for luck. So let me find out how many. I think it's 4 points, but I just want to check. It's better to check because if it's less or if it's more, it's kind of important.
Yeah.
But you did just get a lot of luck back, so
Woo.
boo. Is that really the right page? No, it isn't. Okay. It's actually lose 2 points of luck. Okay.
Oh.
Not that bad, actually. 2 points of skill would have been way worse than 2 points of luck. Whole world is against you, and literally in this case it is. And at this point, it's a skill roll, so roll two 6-sided. Just don't roll 12, and that's fine.
I got a 6.
Oh, yeah, you got a 6.
I
And
got a 6.
we already did the fights in advance, so
Yeah.
our current stats will now reflect what stats we would have had when we got to this point. So, are we going to push the fuck dwarf button?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think you're skipping something.
Yeah. And you said we wouldn't make it to the fuck the dwarf button.
I've seen that's probably where we would stop tonight.
Oh, well, how long have I been streaming?
About an hour.
About an hour? Oh, that's not bad. We usually go for like 2 hours.
The thing is, we've been talking for about 2 hours. I think.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, where is... Oh, I hate these. Why didn't I put a marker where the dwarf was? I know a shortcut, but I have to thumb through some pages. So, give me a moment, just, yeah. Oh, there we go. There's the pit scorpion, or the giant scorpion, or whatever. Yeah, let's just skip past that point. 2 if you manage to kill. Oh, no, that's not the right one. 2 is if it manages to fuck you over and you instantly die. Right. There we go. Dwarf calls to you, says blah blah blah. You suck. I hate you. And oh yeah, that's right. You did lose some health at the rock grub. So you know what? You know what? I will allow you to eat the food if you want.
Sure.
All right. It gives you +2 health. So you get healed up to health. Let's see. Blah blah blah. There's Throm. If you kill Throm, go to this page. I'm sorry. I should have marked that down. I should have marked where the dwarf was. All right. All right. Exhausted by your long duel, you fall to your knees as you stare at Throm's body, and you're really angry. And the dwarf says, "Hey, congratulations! Now I'm gonna take you to where I want." And he's like, "I know what you're thinking. I got a crossbow, so fuck you, buddy. I'm gonna hold you at gunpoint with a crossbow." And yeah, that is correct with the big no. Don't go down that passage. You know what? Maybe if you cut the hand off of that door, you could give the hand to the other guy. Might be a little big for him, but... And this is where you got the choice to, if you would rather take a punch at the dwarf. And this is where we're pushing the fuck dwarf button, which I wholeheartedly agree to. Because I like punching dwarves. Because they're all assholes, especially this guy. Made you kill Throm, the best character. So let's find things. Let's find things. Bad touch. Okay. Yeah.
I like drawing on here so much.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Center me on Randy, GM, because I have lost him.
I will center you, Randy, just in a second.
I moved my map around all willy nilly. I fucked it up. I was scrolling when you did that.
Oh, well, let me do this again.
Thank you, sir.
You're quite welcome.
Who gets to punch the dwarf?
Okay, the dwarf is expecting your move. Furthermore, you're not as fast as you should be because of your respawn.
You son of a bitch.
So he easily evades your punch, saying, "I could kill you now if I wished, but I yearn for a hand-to-hand fight."
Oh,
then
shit.
he throws down his crossbow and draws an axe from his belt. Despite your fatigue, you only think... words. You think only of vengeance.
His hand-drawn axe isn't going to be very effective. It's only imaginary.
Okay, I might have read that wrong.
Unless he drew it on, like, a sword. Did he draw his axe on a sword? Or did he draw it on, like, paper?
Then throws down his crossbow and draws an axe. Okay, yeah, okay. I thought I just said it wrong. But yes.
Are you serious? You didn't get my joke, man?
Yeah, I didn't get your joke. Oh, that's awesome. I like
He drew an axe. He drew it.
That's pretty good. Okay. During each attack round, you must reduce your attack strength by 2 because of your condition. So, for every attack round, you temporarily reduce your... You just have to remember you get 2 lower each time.
Or do we need it for something else?
A what?
We have to use our wish ring for something else, don't we? We can't use it to
Your
wish
wish
him
ring
dead.
was for your wish ring was for that one area. That is optional. That is the wrong way to go. But they make you think it's the right way because there's topazes, and you need the wish ring there. See, they try to psych you out.
The wish ring's a dead end.
The wish ring is a dead end. Yeah.
So we could use it?
No.
Oh.
The wish ring can only be used when the game tells you to.
Yeah, anything can only,
I would wish that we made the dwarf catch on fire.
Oh, that would have been great. I would have loved you to catch that dwarf on fire. So, okay, roll combat with -2 skill.
to begin with, or
Well, yeah. Well, like each combat round, your strength gets reduced
sure.
2. You must reduce your attack strength by 2 because you're.
Goddamn, we're gonna get our fucking ass kicked.
No, you're not.
What-
You
what-
only need to reduce it to 2 points. He's
What
also
are
really weak.
his-
He's only got 8 skill and 6 health. He's kind of weak and spindly. So,
Okay.
It's Abaddon. Abaddon gets first go.
don't mess up, or you have those
2d6
high rolls.
plus. What should I do? 2d6 plus 12?
10.
12 to begin with.
Okay.
Well, no, not 12 to begin with. It's like -2 the entire
10.
fight.
Wait,
During each attack round, you must
Ugh.
reduce your attack strength by 2. So this is the first attack round. You reduce it by 2. So you
Ew,
have 10.
12. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Technically, you could take him down if you were lucky and critical to him 2 times.
Oh.
that first roll was not good. Was not lucky.
Oh wow, that was not really lucky at all.
No. That was really bad.
Yeah, that was actually really bad. So you get punched.
In the dick.
Oh wow, I roll literally the same. Want me to roll again?
Steam Shovel is what you're up against.
God damn it.
Wow. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say that it's not gonna go lower.
You told us to punch this dwarf, man.
Yeah, and this. Don't worry, you got a healing potion. I like how you're just drawing.
Yeah, but after a few rounds, we won't be able to even fucking.
You know what? I'm gonna. During each attack round, you must reduce your attack strength by 2. Because. But it doesn't say additionally. It just says.
Oh, just one time.
It says during each attack round, you must reduce your attack strength by 2 because you're.
Oh,
conscious.
so we keep rolling 10s. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got you.
I like it can be read both ways technically, but I'm gonna read it this
Swing
way
it in our favor.
Wow.
Since you made us punch this dwarf.
because no,
With your
no,
lies.
when you think about it, like the fight would be literally impossible to kind of get through if you failed like your first 2 rolls, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah. We found our next troll.
Yeah. And he's not very strong either. He's got like 8 skill. Even like with the reduced stats there. Oh, I just keep rolling really good. Holy shit.
Yeah, Abaddon versus 19.
Oh.
Nope.
Nope.
Jesus.
Jesus
We are getting
Christ.
hammered.
Wow, what the hell? I keep... Okay, yeah, you got your next troll.
Steam Shovel
Oh, hey.
versus.
Tink, tink.
Oh,
Steam Shovel, roll again. I think you got him. I don't think you roll lower than that.
Goddamn. Son of a bitch.
Okay, he
Oh.
gets punched. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled Snake Eyes. I don't
Okay,
think you roll
yeah.
lower than that.
No, we can't.
Okay,
physically.
I rolled really shitty. Oh, you rolled really shitty too.
Yeah, but it's But my roll beat your roll before the skills.
Whatever, the dwarf's dead now.
Okay.
You got punched a few times. I think you want to snap into Slim Jim. Get 4
Yes.
back. Snap into that Slim Jim. Okay.
So, Abaddon, you go fix the Slim Jim count. I'm working on the aura. I think we have. Wait. Do we have 4 or do we have less?
I feel satisfied. You punched this dwarf.
How many
I'm
Slim
happy.
Jims did we eat? Just 1 or 2 or
1.
3? 1. Okay, so we're down to 4.
Okay.
At least by my count.
4.
Or should we be at less? Because of Throm.
Well, let's see. The way I see it is, you went through this, you went through that room, muscle fly, rock rub, you took 1 hit, which you healed back up with the food in the arena. The rest of the way, you basically got through only taking like a couple hits, where I think you got like hit twice from the rock troll, because or not rock troll, but the troll, and then you ate a thing there. So technically, you had 8 at the checkpoint, so you only used 2. So technically, you'd have 6.
And then we take it down one more because we just ate one.
Yeah, that's why I was